This is an example of a parent webpage that I made in this class. The parent webpage is just something for the parents to use to kind of give a overview of your classroom and what you are doing in that class. And then if you scroll down, you can kind of see where I put the latest news, a weekly newsletter. If you click on it, it sends you to a Google Doc where you can put a weekly newsletter of your classroom and the things you have going on that week. And you just update that every single week as it goes on. And then right here I have my little introduction.
My name is Cass Tresson, and I have been teaching at blank for blank years. I got my degree from Mid-America Nazarene University in 2021! Exclamation point.
And then if you scroll down a little past that, you see I have an event calendar where it helps keep up with what's going on in the classroom and the kind of events the school's having. And then I also have student work, which is just a link to different things that students create. It has no grades or anything on it, so it's just the public information. And then next to that, I have the student schedule as well, too. So if the parents want to know what's going on, they can see. And this is what the event calendar looks like. And if you click the link of event calendar, it takes you to Sharon's emails, and it's just where you can put different events that are going on in your classroom or the school, and then the parents just have easier access to it, to this public school year calendar that they can use. And then next we're going to go hit that student schedule. So here's the student schedule. It's everything they'll be doing all throughout the day. And just in case your student's going to be gone like in the morning or something, you can see up until lunch or whatever and see what they need to get. If they need their math homework, their reading homework, if they're going to miss spelling and band and different things like that, so they can tell their teacher beforehand. And then we're going to go back to the home. And if you scroll down past that, I have a little quote here. Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow believes those who prepare for us today. And then there's also a contact us thing. It'll have the school address here, and then it'll have the teacher's email and phone number here as well, so you can contact them at any time. And then we also have a little notes thing. If you just wanted to type something special about your student or something you want to see in the classroom and you don't need a response right away, that's something you can put there. And then I just have a few articles down here at the bottom that parents can look at. And there.
As an educator, you learn about the 4 C's that you can do in the classroom. Here we have my Symbaloo account, and I have the 4 C's in each of these links. If you go ahead and click one of the links, we have creativity as one of the 4 C's, and in that corner you can see I have a bunch of different links with different activities and lessons. And then we have community collaboration, in the classroom communication, and now we have collaboration. How can you collaborate in the students with other students in the classroom, with other students across campus? And then the last C is critical thinking. And so there's just different ways to get your students to start thinking in the classroom. And I like the Symbaloo because it's super cool.
Good evening, learners. We are about to show you the text standards, and there are 3 different acronyms for the text standards that we use: SAMR, ISTE, and TED.
And the first one we're going to go over are the SAMR standards, which are located up here. SAMR is an acronym for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. The SAMR model provides educators with a visual representation of how technology can be used for teaching and learning. So the S in the SAMR stands for substitution. And so substitution basically is when technology acts as a direct tool of substitution with no function or change. Basically just meaning that technology is more of an option in that lesson. So it's like printing and submitting a hard copy of homework. And then the next one is augmentation. This is when technology acts as a direct tool substitution with functional improvement. It can increase in efficiency, and it's like having a digital submission instead of printing it off and turning it in as a hard copy. The next one is when it goes into transformation, which is modification. Technology allows for significant task redesign. And different options of those could be online collaborations, peer feedback online, having a local audience, and just different kinds of options. And then the last one is complete redefinition. Technology allows for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. And still got that online collaboration, having expert feedback like FaceTiming somebody in that work that you're learning about, having a global audience like across the world, and then basically it's impossible to replicate without technology.
The next one is the TED standards, and that's our own teacher education department standards, the OGs, right here. So first off, we have effective and professional communication, and so that is like understanding and having reflective thinking and self-evaluations of yourself through verbal and written techniques. And so just being able to communicate professionally with people and seeming like you know what you're doing. The second one, curriculum and instructional competence. So that's having professional knowledge of your content area, professional skills of them. So being able to design a curriculum that's based on the growth mindset that also encompasses these content areas and whatever needs to be learned. Our third, leadership and service. So that's possessing knowledge and recognizing the importance of just servant leadership in like a learning community and how you can be a servant leader to your students and in your school and community, and being able to just demonstrate those skills. And the fourth, diversity and competence. That's understanding the differences in students and that there can be certain things that may offend one or may offend another, some things that students might feel comfortable doing or might not, just depending on their background, who they are, and where they're from. And so as a teacher, it's important to make appropriate adaptations about these things and to be able to collaborate effectively with members of your community. And then our last one for TED is the standards-based content expertise. And this is essentially just knowing what you're doing. You can't teach something that you are not an expert on, at least not effectively. And so that is an important part of the teacher education department standards as well.
For our third set of standards, we have the ISTE standards right here. And the IST standards for students are designed to empower students' voice and ensure that learning is a student-driven process. So we have 7 different mini parts. So one, we have the empowered learner. That is just to help students' technology take an active role in choosing and achieving their competency and their learning goals. The second is a digital citizen, that students recognize the rights and responsibilities of living in a digital world. Third is knowledge constructors. Students critically curate a variety of resources using digital tools, so like Google Docs, Symbaloo, different technology. Innovative designers. Students use a variety of technologies with the design process to identify and solve problems by creating new imaginative solutions. Computational thinker. Students develop and employ strategies for understanding and solving problems in ways that leverage power. Creative communicator. Students communicate clearly and express themselves creatively for a variety of purposes using the platform tools and styles. And finally, our global collaborator. Students use digital tools to broaden their perspective and enrich their learning environment. And those are our tech standards.
So, cognitive and connotative skills. Cognitive and connotative skills. So, cognitive skills have to do with analyzing data and information. So, like addressing complex problems and issues, creating patterns and mental models. And then the other bullet points, analyzing and utilizing information. And so we have also on the other side is connotative skills, which is the like human aspect of it, just understanding and controlling yourself and your emotions and stuff, and understanding and interacting with other people.
So here we made a graph of the different majors in our classroom. So we have 5 secondary teaching educator majors, and then we have 9 elementary education majors. And it's really important to learn how in the class to teach students and learn in the classroom how to use graphs and data, because your graph helps illustrate the relationship in the data, and that's easier to help our students be able to visually recognize what is going on in a set of data.
Is it recording? Okay. What's up, dudes? So cognitive and connotative skills. We have. Sorry. Do I need to?
Over here.
I need.
It takes you to students' emails, and it also shows you